from patreon.com/jobble. Be concise. I want to talk today a little bit about being concise on your website and what that means. So to start with the definition of concise, I haven't actually looked this up, but if you're talking about being concise, you really mean conveying the information that's needed as straightforwardly as possible. This is a problem that I see all the time on people's websites. Often, I think, because they've either copied someone else's content or they've used AI to generate text for the site, and then they haven't edited it. This can result in pages that use a lot of words to not say an awful lot. Here's an example I've made on the Chobble template demo website about loft conversions. This is a fictional website for a building company, and I've written a page here using some AI waffle about loft conversions. And this page is pretty normal for the kind of stuff that I regularly see on the internet, especially when people have used AI. So here we've got the content for the page. We've got a gallery that's got a single picture in. On the right-hand column, we've got an About section. And to read the content that's in this About section, first we've got a header that says Loft Conversions Manchester, transform your unused space. Then it says, create your dream room in the heart of Manchester. And I'm going to read this out loud, and then I'm going to get into the specifics of why it's not great. Okay, so it says, are you looking to add valuable living space to your Manchester home without the hassle of moving? Our professional loft conversion service transforms your unused attic into a beautiful, functional room that perfectly suits your lifestyle and adds significant value to your property. Why choose our loft conversion services? Local Manchester expertise. With years of experience working throughout Greater Manchester, we understand the unique characteristics of local housing stock, from Victorian terraces in Didsbury to modern developments in Media City. Our team is fully familiar with Manchester City Council planning requirements and building regulations. Complete product management. From initial design consultation through to final completions, we handle every aspect of your loft conversion. Architectural design and planning applications, structural calculations and building control approval, all construction work including insulation, electrics and plumbing, plastering, flooring and finishing touches, quality craftsmanship. We pride ourselves on delivering exceptional results using high quality materials and proven construction techniques. Every conversion is completed to the highest standards with full guarantees for your peace of mind. Types of loft conversion we offer. Dormer conversion, perfect for creating maximum headroom and floor space, ideal for bedrooms or home offices. Hip to gable conversions, excellent for semi-detached and end terrace properties, significantly increasing usable space. Mansard conversions, the ultimate space maximizing solution, creating substantial additional living area. Velux conversions, a cost-effective option using roof windows to create bright, airy spaces. Popular uses for your new space: master bedroom with ensuite, home office or study, children's playroom, guest bedroom, art study or hobby room, teenage retreat. The Manchester Advantage. A well-executed loft conversion can add 15 to 20% to your property value while providing the extra space your family needs. With Manchester's thriving property market, investing in a loft conversion is both a practical and financially smart decision. Get started today. Ready to unlock your home's potential? Contact us for a free, no-obligation consultation and quote. We'll assess your property, discuss your requirements, and provide expert advice on the best conversion option for your Manchester home. Call us today or email to arrange your free consultation. Fully insured, local references available, free quotes, competitive pricing, serving all areas of Manchester including City Centre, Didsbury, Charlton, Altrincham, Sale, Stockport, Oldham, Bolton and surrounding areas. Now hopefully, when you heard me reading all that out, you thought, this all sounds very professional, but hopefully you realised as well that I didn't really say anything about the business. I said an awful lot of words, but nowhere in there did I say any real specifics about getting a loft conversion from this company. I didn't mention anything about potential prices, about guarantees, timescales. I didn't even give any proof about the potential increase to your home's value. I used a lot of words to say very, very little. This text on here could describe basically any loft conversion company in Manchester. But if you asked AI to generate a page for you about loft conversions in Manchester, it would probably come up with something pretty similar to this, because that's what I did, and this is the page that has resulted. So let's also think about what this page is like to land on as a visitor. You'll see if I scroll down here, it's very long, there's a lot of text. All of the titles are kind of generic. Get started today, the Manchester Advantage, popular uses for your new space. It's all quite broad, and some of them use phrases that sound pretty cliche like create your dream room. And also a lot of the things that it's saying are kind of redundant. We know that the person who's landing on the page knows what a loft conversion is because that's what they've searched for. This isn't a page that explains what a loft conversion is, or there shouldn't be a page that explains what a loft conversion is. It should be a page that sells the idea of our company being the one that someone chooses for a loft conversion. So how could we improve this page? That brings me on to the point of today's post, which is about being concise. Being concise means that you're respecting your visitor's time. Someone who lands on this page has got a lot of reading to do, and they're not going to learn an awful lot about your company, even when they do it. This results in a pretty frustrating visitor experience. From a search engine point of view as well, remember that search engines are using very clever AI to determine what the content on a page is about. And the content on this very verbose page is really just about the general idea of loft conversions. There's nothing in there specifically about the way that this company would convert your loft. Now let's click through to a more concise version that I've written up. Here we've got the same sort of stuff. It's about loft conversions in Manchester, but I'll read the content out for you. Need more room? We'll convert your loft in just 6 to 8 weeks with prices averaging around £30,000. All loft conversions come with a 15-year insurance-backed guarantee. Loft conversions add 15 to 20% to your house value, and then we'll link to the source. Why choose Manchester loft conversions? We're local. 1900s to 1930s semis are our bread and butter. 90% of jobs need no planning permission. We have a 15-year structural guarantee. There's 25% payment upfront. And then we do everything. Insulation, electrics, windows, storage, even plumbing. And then we briefly list the types of conversions we do. Velux, dormer, hip to gable, mansard. Some popular uses are bedroom, home office, playroom, guest room, artist studio. And then I mentioned that we get a free consultation where we'll measure up and give you a proper quote that's valid for 18 months. We've converted lofts across all of North Manchester, including Prestwich, Whitefield, Radcliffe, Burret and Middleton. Then we've got a features list that shows 3D visualization before we begin, skip hire and waste removal included, dedicated point of contact throughout, and then we've got some specifications where we reiterate the timeline, 4 to 6 weeks from initial meeting, the warranties, 15-year structural, 3 years for the finish, the insulation, 300 millimeters plus, which exceeds the building regs by 25%, and then the load capacity, 150 kilograms per meter squared. So you'll notice that reading out this concise description of the loft conversion product took way less time. Not only did it take less time though, we also conveyed a lot more information. We included details about the timelines, we included details about prices, about guarantees. We even mentioned how thick the insulation is and what the load capacity is likely to be. Someone who reads this product description is very likely to find out the answers to the thing they're looking for. And when Google analyze this page for their search rankings, they'll be aware that this page contains specifics about the business that's hosting the information. It isn't just very general information that applies to any kind of loft conversion. I also, on this one, included more pictures in the gallery because some visitors will click around on there. It's important for your gallery to look nice. And I used the feature and the specification systems of the content management system to break those specifics out into more easily scanned lists. Now I'm going to show you on the admin side what this looks like. You see in my verbose description, I've got one really big, long product description. And then I'm not using the features or the specs system on my CMS. And I've only got one picture in the gallery. And I also haven't even filled in the header text, meta description, meta title, or subtitles. When I compare this to my concise products, you'll see I've got a much shorter description, but then I've used all of the features of my CMS system. I've filled in some features, I've filled in some specs, I've uploaded a bunch of pictures to the gallery, and I've filled in all of the meta content and subtitles, header text, everything like that. Despite having less content and being easier to read and significantly less words, this product page is way easier for a visitor to understand and much more likely to result in a sale than the very long verbose version. Okay, I hope this was useful for you. As always, if you've got any questions, please leave a comment. And if you've got any ideas for future posts, I'm all ears.